Hey there. Today we're going to talk about the Overlay and Assets tab on Crowd Control. We're going to show you how to customize it as well as how to set it up. So starting with the Effects overlay, you'll notice the Customize button here. You can use this to change all sorts of options. You can scale the size of your events up or down to make them bigger or smaller. You can change the size of queued effects. We also have several different options when it comes to themes for aesthetics. And then down here, you see that you have the option to hide usernames or coin exchanges or queued effects from your events. Once you have everything customized the way you like it, you can hit the green Copy Private Overlay URL button. That's what you'll use in your streaming software to display your effect overlay on stream. Next, we have our Legacy Effects overlay. And in the same way, you can go ahead and click Customize here. We have different options as far as changing the scale. You also have the option to turn on or off compact mode, which will hide some elements to minimize clutter. You also have a slider to change the effect opacity. It's worth noting that we really only recommend the legacy overlay if you're using other integrations like StreamerBot in conjunction with Crowd Control. Next, we have our Disrupts button. Clicking here will take you to the area in our Crowd Control app where you can customize and set up your disrupts. We have a separate video that covers all that if you'd like to check it out. We'll go ahead and skip that for now. And then moving on, we have our Goals button. Here you can create goals that you'd like to display on stream. So let's go ahead and hit Add New. And then for your options, you can have your goal be total revenue or coins. And then you can also change what counts towards that goal, such as bit paid coins, global paid coins, or Twitch subs. You can name your goal. So for this, we'll just call it New Xbox. And then you can go ahead and set your goal to whatever you'd like it to be. We'll set it to 500 here. And then once we're done with that, you can go ahead and hit check mark to save it. You'll also see we have toggles if you'd like to toggle some of these on or off. Then over on the right, we have the copy button. So go ahead and click that. And this will give you some different options for how you'd like to display your goal on stream. You can either click to copy the browser source, or depending on your streaming software, you can drag it right in. We'll choose the % bar, and you'll see down in the bottom right corner, it says browser source URL is copied to our clipboard. If you'd like to edit your goals, you can go ahead and click the little pencil icon to do that. And then once we go ahead and click save, you'll see there is a trash can icon if you'd like to delete your goals. And then finally, we have our TikTok GIFs overlay. So click the TikTok GIFs button, and then similar to a lot of the other overlays, you can go ahead and click customize. And we have plenty of different options here. You can change the amount of rows or columns, or how long the cycle duration lasts, or the overall scale. There's also an option where you can toggle on whether or not you'd like to group all effects that have the same gift. And then in the same way, once you're done customizing, all you need to do is go ahead and click the Copy Private Overlay URL button and bring that to your streaming software. Now that we've shown you the Crowd Control app side of things, let's show you how to set it up within your streaming software. Starting with OBS, we're going to want to go to Sources and then click the plus button and hit Browser Source. And then where it says URL, you're going to want to put your private effect overlay link that we copied earlier. You can also click drag the link from the Crowd Control app, and it'll create a browser source this way as well. You'll notice when you create your source, there's a pop-up that says, please increase your browser source resolution. So all we're going to need to do is go back into properties and choose the resolution that makes sense for you. If you're looking for this over your entire canvas or stream, set it to the same resolution. This would either usually be 1280 by 720 or 1920 by 1080. But if you're looking to put it over a retro game, you might want to use a 4:3 resolution, and the legacy overlay will have a few examples. Once you start a session and effects start getting sent, it should look just like this. Let's go take a look at what this would look like if we were using Meld. Okay, now that we're in Meld, you're going to want to go up to where it says Layers and click the plus button, and then go to Browser. And then once you're here, you can go up to where the pointer arrow is, click that, and then right in this box, you can go ahead and delete that, and then paste in your private overlay link, and hit enter. And then you can go ahead and click the pointer again to close that up. You'll notice the effect overlay isn't currently the size of the full screen, so you can go over here and change the resolution. Great, and now it's full screen. So the same way as OBS, you'll notice that there's nothing on the screen currently, but once you start a session and effects start coming through, it'll appear just like this. And finally, let's go take a look at what the TikTok overlay looks like on TikTok Live Studio. Now that we're in TikTok Studio, you can go up to Sources and hit the plus button, and then you'll want to go to Link and hit Add. And then here you can paste your private TikTok overlay link. And then you can go to custom resolution and change this to 1280 by 720. And then hit add source. You'll notice once you've created the overlay, it appears pretty small in TikTok Studio. So what you can do is click and drag it to whatever size you'd like, and then move it around to wherever you'd like it on the screen. You can go put it right here in the corner. And then if you go to portrait mode, I've already gone ahead and added the TikTok overlay, but it's the same way. Once it's created, if it appears small, you can resize it, drag it around to wherever you'd like. And that about wraps it up. We hope that you found this video helpful. If you're still having issues setting up your overlay, you can always reach out to us on Discord for more support. And as always, thank you for choosing Crowd Control, and we hope you enjoy your session.